in the middle of a Rocky Mountain snowstorm, we welcome you to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Today, a good one in store. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Up we go through the Rocky Mountain snow in Denver. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
You know, you think back, Mike, to a year ago, 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft, and Bo Nix was probably the least heralded coming out of college, but was able to lead his team to the playoffs, and he really did it by earning his job out of training camp, and he never looked back. 29 touchdown passes, the most ever by a rookie. Broncos history.
And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
Trying to get the running back here going early on the first play, Mike, but what that does is it opens things up for the rest of the passing game as the game unfolds. Show this defense our running back is not an afterthought. He is a priority to our passing attack.
Second down. Nix got it into the hands of Mims. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll try to run here with Harvey. First down and more past midfield. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Denver first down. Handoff now for Harvey. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Nix. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, He's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do two things: stay healthy and keep winning.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. He'll take a shot for Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 39 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
And he'll get ahead for a couple as the flurries continue to fall. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll step up and run. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. The Broncos offense ready now for their 2nd drive. We've seen a couple of punts so far to start this game out, so they'll try it again in this scoreless game with 1st and 10. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. The open man is Atkins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Work in the middle, that's Harvey. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a run. Picks up the first down.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Garrett Bowles, the man flagged there. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9. Now, a second down throw for Nix. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. We'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. Here's a short throw, caught by Wiley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. Big opening up the middle. Inside the 20. And he is gone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, shades of college football, old school offense there. They run option, and they pick the right option. The quarterback keeps it for the touchdown.
And the key to defending an option play, Mike, is that every defender executes their specific job. In this case, the defender who was responsible for the quarterback, he completely loses sight of him, and it was all the space the quarterback needed to take it to the house.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Harvey. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run once more, that's Harvey, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the 1st half that has really given them fits. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. Second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
So after 1, 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a design run, and he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45. In motion, Reed. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Alex Singleton, there on the tackle. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw is Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Jacobs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Now it is 1st and goal. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he's in! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. Through the snowflakes. This one good. And the Packers move out on top 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed it. I mean, this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Will Lutz now for the PAT. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. The Broncos are on the board. It's now 14-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Williams now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Love to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run, and here comes the reverse. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
To return, it's Mims. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Harvey. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 53 yards.
You're not going to find many runs that are executed that well very often, Mike. I mean, in the beginning, perfect blocking, perfect path by the back. And then the rest, just a really talented guy with the ball in his hands, and it leads to a huge game.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second and 7. On the ground, this is Harvey. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. To throw is Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They bring their tight end right. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down, they need 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 35 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Second down, 8 yards to go. From the gun, it's Love. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Rasheed Walker, guilty of the infraction. A second down throw for Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Third, they need 8. To throw is Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush, because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Packers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Love to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That's to Dobbs again. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't think there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. We're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Love. Right side. Catch made by Dobbs. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. It's 3rd and 4. Love. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On comes the Packers punting team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Nix. Open man downfield, it's Franklin. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the zone read, this is Nix. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4 down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on 3rd down. But even if he didn't, I think that 3rd down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on 4th.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. They send Sutton in motion. On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
We've seen his big play potential as a receiver, so I don't think it's a surprise to see them work in a little bit of a changeup and give him the ball on the ground. Held to a small gain here, but they don't mind. He still had enough to pick up the 1st down.
Handoff now for Harvey. Good blocking to the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
The ball right on the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Here's Harvey. Good blocking, and he's in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Lutz for the extra point. And this one is no good. He missed the extra point in this tight game. Boy, that could come to be a big factor as this second half rolls along. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Wow. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. We'll go play action with Love. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this drive going from bad to worse, and a delay of game now on top. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Ingram. He's going to keep this again. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the 1st down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
Harvey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now this looks like a design run, and he will take it in himself. Bo Nix, touchdown Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Broncos go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. This field pretty slick now. That pickup only about 3 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. On second down, Love. This one is caught by Reed. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They get 18 on that one. First down, Packers.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
And he'll get about 5. Second and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Back to throw is Love. On the run to the right. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
For the lead, here is third and goal. To throw is Love. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hands you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
On second down, it's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Denver first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Back to throw is Nix. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Throwing. Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Hardwood. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. The Broncos bringing out their punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
In motion goes Dobbs. On second down, Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. From the gun, it's Love. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 29. Here's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And he's going to get the first down up past the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He finds his tight end, Ingram. And And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A first down on a gain of 11. So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go with Jacobs. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Tight end going in motion here. Open man, left side. He's got it. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Jacobs. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. He'll keep this on the zone read. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's second down. Now Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Work to do, the crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9. They'll run. Jacobs, first down and more. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come fourth down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up first and goal.
Here's Jacobs, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Second and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
So you find yourself in second and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable third down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in third and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. The kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.